Hello my loves, it's me Paul from Those Vegan Guys, and this I believe is my first kitchen vlog of 2023. I just said that Jason's just downloaded a new game on Epic, and he's having a go with that, and I thought, do you know what, this is a good time, a good chance to do a little kitchen vlog. Just let me put my phone on that, not starting again, it's real life, just so I don't get disturbed. Yeah, I was saying to Jason, I'm in a funny place, me at the moment, and I'm sure that I will get back to where I want to be, but I'm not there right now. And I've been having these moments, even some moments of kind of existential crises, which is random. I think a part of that is that in the job that I do as a support worker, the person that I'm supporting comes before me, so I completely forget myself sometimes, and then I'm like, that's where the existential crisis comes in, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's me, this is me walking down the road to go and do something. It's the only way I can explain it. It's very random and strange, I get that, but yeah, I have so much going through my head, so it's kind of difficult to find a train of thought for it. Again, I was just saying to Jason, we kind of spin so many plates. I mean, when you look at the content that a lot of YouTubers put out, and they are full-time YouTubers, that's what they do full-time, and then you look at the content we put out and realise that, you know, that takes a lot of work to put all of that together, the ideas and the filming and the editing and the uploading and all of that. It takes quite a lot of work, and I do believe that what we do on YouTube is equal to two people doing it full time, but we also have full-time jobs, and we also have other fields of, you know, for example, the vegan queens. So we spin a lot of plates, and sometimes it's like it's a balancing act. It's a balancing act. It's trying to find the balance between all of those things with that, and not lose you in the process, not lose who you are at the core, because you are not what you do necessarily. Although this channel is pretty much a lifestyle channel with that many parts to it, that it is just about us. It's about us and who we are and what we do with our lives as vegans. You know, I suppose that's what it's about. It's about the reality of what we eat every week. It's about the reality of supermarket shopping and owning an allotment and being a drag queen and a musician and having jobs working for charities outside of all of these other things we do. That's what this channel is about. And yeah, there's been a lot of stuff going on, which has been really good, kind of wonderful stuff. I can be nothing but completely honest with you. When we were in London, ready for the vegan queens to take part in the launch of the Generation Vegan campaign to ask Rishi Sunak to go vegan for a month for £1 million donation to a charity, £1 million donation to a charity. And the night before that all happened, we just went out for dinner, as you saw in the video, at Wolf and Lamb with Naomi, CEO of Generation Vegan, Matthew, founder of, as I've discovered, Generation Vegan, didn't know that, and VFC and Veganuary, and CEO of the latter two still. and the lovely Jo, who is, you know, if Naomi is the captain of Generation Vegan, Star Trek terms, then Jo is the first officer. And Jo's lovely girlfriend Kirsty and Stuart, Jason and I. But the conversation that kind of went on was, you know, when people are just really inspiring and you can tell how their minds work just from one kind of discussion with them, and it's always constantly churning ideas, and, you know, how can we do this, how can we tackle that, how could we make that better, how can we, and it all boils down to doing it for the animals. That's powerful. It's powerful to be around. So I think, you know, from the minute we got into London, we went out for that dinner, and that was a couple of hours of just powerful and inspiring people talking about ways to get to make things more powerful and to be more inspirational, to help more animals and to do more things, and all of us bouncing off each other. And then the next day, and some powerful moments in, you know, Parliament Square with Gemini and Miasma getting asked for pictures from people all over the world because they were tourists, and so some of them didn't even speak a word of English, as you may have seen on the Vegan Queens video. And if you didn't see that, I'll link it in the first comment pinned below, so you can go and have a look. And then, you know, there's everything that's going on with Choices for Jason. For those of you that don't know, Choices is the single that Jason and I wrote together, the lyrics, and Jason performs in full, and edited and did everything for it himself here in our front room. And it's for sale for £1 on Bandcamp, and 50% of the proceeds are going to Farm Animal Rescue Sanctuary. I'll put the link for that in the first comment pinned down there as well, because the video of it, which he put together for YouTube, contains the link to Bandcamp and to Fars, and so yeah, go and have a look there. So yeah, I'm in this place at the moment where I'm like, it's an uneven scale at the moment, and I'm teetering in the middle, and there are all these things that I want to be and do, and they feel like they're achievable and they're very nearby, and then there are the have-tos, and some of the have-tos are also wonderful, but some of it feels have to, and I'm here in the middle, and I really kind of let my guard down at Christmas. For those of you that don't know, that are new to the channel, I really have to watch my weight, because I can so easily just eat and thoroughly enjoy my food and not really care about what I'm eating, and gain weight to a point where I feel incredibly uncomfortable. And I've been on a bit of a weight loss journey a few times, and I've documented it all on the channel. And then last year I discovered intermittent fasting, and I know that it doesn't work for some people, and for some people it doesn't. For me it worked. Today, Sunday, as I am recording this, I've already said to Jason, you can go back to cereal in the morning, because since before Christmas we've been having something every morning, be it a crumpet or a toasted muffin or a croissant or a pain au chocolat or a briochette, and I've thoroughly enjoyed myself. But now it's time to start being accountable again. And if I am not recommending this to anybody, although if you want to try it and it works for you, it might just work. But I, for a few days a week, need to get back into skipping breakfast and lunch, and then thoroughly enjoying a dinner as big and as filthy as I want it to be. And it really worked for me, and I lost weight, and you know, I just need to get back on that back on that, back on it, bring it back as a routine. It needs to be part of my life again, right away, straight away. So that was another thing I wanted to kind of mark and keep myself accountable for, that, you know, I have said from Monday what day is it tomorrow? 16th? Yeah, Monday the 16th of January, I should be back on the OMAD 1 meal a day / intermittent fasting for a few days a week, because it does me, I feel great on it as well. That's the wonderful thing. I don't feel like I'm missing out. It was tough at first, you know. I was hungry and I wanted things and I knew I could have things, and, you know, I was choosing not to, and I was like, I don't want to choose not to, I want to eat things. So it was tough at first, but then it really worked when I started to see the results of it, and I was like, I'm having a really big meal every day, really nutritionally dense meal, you know, or completely filthy. And I'm enjoying it probably more than I have for a long time. And like I said, the weight started to come off. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that again and kind of getting myself back to me, and taking care of my mental health too, because I'm not fully okay. I'm okay. I'm not fully okay. Things could be better. I could be looking after myself better. And I could be working more towards the things I really want to do in life better. And I've started that process. In fact, today, this very day, Jason and I went to, we've already paid our rent at the allotment. And for those of you that are interested, it was £87.08 for the year, and that includes water. Paid the rent, went down today to pick up the tenancy agreement and the kind of the constitution and all that kind of stuff, and then went immediately to Manchester, bumped into the lovely Alex we've not seen for a while, who's done this whole composing a piece that's going to be on the BBC at some point, but he's been anyway, bumped into Alex at Bird and Blend. Haven't seen them for ages. That was lovely. But was actually going to Bird and Blend to meet Charlotte. Charlotte is the lovely girl who's done, you know, the kind of sketches of me and Jason, those vegan guys that we use quite a lot. And there's also one of the vegan queens that they use quite a lot, and now there's one of Angarad and Fudge that she uses quite a lot. They were all done by Charlotte. Charlotte also does a lot of like wonderful Star Trek art. Anyway, because I know Charlotte very well and I'm a great admirer of her art, and I wanted my writing of the book Penny the Pigeon Queen to be spread a little bit. I approached Charlotte and said, do you fancy doing the art for this, and we'll do it together. So met with Charlotte today at Bird and Blend, had a lovely lemon drizzle matcha, gorgeous, and talked through the book about the sketches that will go with which portions of text, and who the characters were, you know, who's Penny, who's Thomas, what do they look like, what does Mr. Skibley look like, what does Mrs. Walker look like. These are all characters from the book. So that was lovely, and it was really, and it was extra lovely because Alex was there doing about 7,000 projects at the same time on their laptop. You know I'm right, Alex. And they've been run off their feet with busyness and were extremely busy. So it was a very creative little table, and it was lovely. It was lovely for an hour to talk about the characters in the book and to plan the pictures and you know and all these, and I won't give away too much, but to come up with these little things that are very special to this character in the book, it was lovely. It was lovely, and it was a start a lovely start, going down and picking up our tenancy agreement at the allotment, then seeing Alex as a complete surprise and seeing how busy they've been and all that kind of creative beautifulness that's going on there, and then meeting Charlotte and talking creatively and beautifully about this project that we're working on together to bring this story about how pigeons are not just things that you can kind of you know, I got upset then. It was that guy at Leon. It really bothers me when he was a member of staff at Leon in Euston Station, and there were a lot of pigeons on the floor, and he stamped his foot really hard near them so that they all flew away. And it's like, it bothers me so much when people do things like that. This is why I wrote the book Penny the Pigeon Queen, because of seeing kids running into groups of pigeons and scaring them away and stamping their feet and getting such joy out of it, out of scaring something. And yet it's like normal, acceptable. You shouldn't say anything about that because it's normal. I've been told to F off by a kid's mum because I said, don't do that, sweetheart. Pile all that I just said on top of everything I said at the start of the video about the stuff we do continually, and it's a cauldron, it's a mixing pot of things that just kind of mash my head up sometimes. I know we're all the same, we're all the same, and it's just, you know, it's not an easy world to live in at the moment, is it? There's a lot going on, there's a lot of horrible news out there constantly, and even me who likes to keep so abreast of what's going on, so in touch as much as I possibly can with as many diverse news sources as I can. Even I'm limiting my news now because I'm like, I can't carry all this and that. I do, but I can't, you know. And at the core of everything, I am constantly thinking about the animals, constantly thinking about the animals. And you know, when I see people commenting things online, kind of anti-vegan sentiment and pro-animal consumption comments and things, and I know that online has just become like a playground now for people, but I do wonder sometimes whether people actually acknowledge what they're saying and who they're saying it to and why they're saying it, and add in any of that, is there any acknowledgement at all that when they show you know, when they show a picture of the steak they had last night or whatever, have they even for a moment acknowledged that that was a being? They were a conscious feeling being that was undoubtedly, because every living creature is afraid of pain, and you know, fear is we're afraid of pain, and we're afraid of seeing people. If you're in a queue and everyone else in front of you is getting shot in the head or getting the throat slit, and the queue kept moving that way, you'd be scared, right? So yeah, the animals. It's all about the animals. And then I try to hold on to little moments like there are some wonderful sanctuaries out there where animals have been saved and pulled away from this world of horror that we've created for them and on this planet, where we don't see them as beings. There are these pockets, there are these places like Faz, where animals get to live out their lives in full, and they're looked after when they're poorly, and they're fed when they're hungry, and they're given things to stay warm when it's cold, and they're cleaned and fussed and loved. That's what I try to hold on to. A little hard sometimes, but you know. So I'm sorry if this seems like a complete and utter moan. It wasn't meant to be. It was a sharing of a lot of stuff that's been on my mind of late, and that will continue to be on my mind, but I am working at making it sit there better, and I'm working on putting myself first again so that I feel happier, healthier, I can be more hopeful, and I can pass that on through this medium if at all possible. But it wouldn't be real for me to be all, because I'm not all. You know, and I think talking about it massively helps me, like massively. That's one of the reasons I do these vlogs. So there is, of course, there's a selfish element to it. I just happen to know that other people have massively benefited from hearing my splurge. I've trained myself for a lot of years to be for real critical self-analysis and looking inside and working out how can I be better for me so that I can be better in general for everything and everyone else. And if sharing that helps people, I'm going to share it. That's what it boils down to. So yeah, I feel better just for having this chat. And you know, Moments Mark today was a lovely, creative, peppered day. Tomorrow I will be skipping breakfast for the first time in a few weeks, and it might be a bit tough for this first day, but if I can get through it and get back on the ball, I'll lose the couple of kilograms I gained over Christmas again, get back to the point where I was feeling really healthy, and that has a knock-on effect to my job where I'm walking around all day, because that gets easier. It's funny how losing 1-2 kilograms can make you walk and breathe easier, and putting them on can really have an effect. I've noticed it a few times now over the years, because like I did constant battle with my weight, and finding happy mediums has been really tough, but the process that I'm on now, the thing that I do now, works and really helps. Right, I'm going to get off, darlings. I just wanted to share some shiz with you. Yeah, there will be more for January shopping vlogs as and when we can do them. I think the next one will be Tesco. If you haven't seen the recent Asda and Sainsbury's ones, pop along to the channel, click our symbol, you'll go to the channel, and they'll be in the uploads list there, all the most recent videos in chronological order. So I'm going to get this edited and get it up, and cook some dinner for Jason and I in a couple of hours, and have a relaxing evening before we are both back in work in the morning. And the next time you'll see us both together is on Tuesday for the meals vlog. That's a whole other thing, the whole cooking thing. I'm not doing as much as I should be or could be or even want to be. That will be changing too, but you'll see. I'm going to document this, because if me talking about it has helped you, me documenting what I do about it and how I make myself better is also going to help. It will certainly help me to document it, so I will. Hey, thank you so much for watching and listening, and share the shiz out of how you're feeling down there if you're confident enough to do that. If I like and love, I've read and enjoyed, I don't respond sometimes, because sometimes it feels like there isn't a response, so my is just I've read this and thank you for sharing. I'll see you again very soon. And until then, please be excellent to yourselves and each other. Bye, loves.